Hello everyone, Silent here, and welcome back to another farm update video, this time for the Raid Farm V5. These things are just constantly plagued by issues on Bedrock Edition, and the 1.17 updates brings 3 issues. I have a bug fix for 2 of these, and a little update that you can make to your farm to make it run better in the current update. The first issue is, of course, Ravagers not liking water and basically never falling down your 2x2. We're going to add a little lava blade up here to eliminate those guys, and that'll also prevent you from getting saddles as well. As you can see, they're basically just terrible. There's also a bug where the Tridents are deleting your hopper minecarts, and that will cause you to no longer be able to collect your items or put them into your storage system. I have a fix for that as well. And then the third issue is the fact that Tridents are falling through the world when you unload the area. They just fall straight into the void, and the only solution to that one is just to pick up your Tridents, put them in a chest or an item frame, or just keep them in your inventory, and that's a pretty simple solution. So you just have to kind of like break in here whenever you are done with your farm, basically. So the point of today's short is just to get your farm back up and running and completely functional as well. Raid Farm V6 is in the works, and it might be releasing tomorrow as well. That one's going to be a lot smaller, a lot simpler, and it's going to have all of these issues fixed by default, so stay tuned for that farm releasing on the main channel here soon. Okay, let's install the top lava blade. First of all, you can replace these 4 buttons with coral fans if you feel like it. That'll help things fall down into the hole a little bit better. Buttons no longer work. We then need 2 signs up and then another 3 signs just to make a 2x2 at the top here. Go ahead and place in yourself a temporary block, and then we're going to box in this area with some glass blocks in all of these areas like so. Build that up by another layer, but this time fill in all of the corners, and now we're going to place some leaves above all of this. We also need to remove the 4 pieces of string that we have above these areas. There's actually 8, but whatever. So place in leaves above all that, so no raids spawn up here. You'll need to place in string above all of these leaves as well, so that they don't catch on fire from lightning or get snow on them. And then you also need to place a string to the sides of these leaves, again, to prevent the fire from burning these down, either from the lava or from the lightning. So once you have all of that done and dusted, we're going to go ahead and just place in 1 lava bucket above all of those signs, and that will burn the Ravagers. They will either pop up into this corner right here, and it just kind of burn like that. The riders will then dismount and go into your Trident killer like normal, or the Ravager might actually pop up into the center of this thing, in which case the rider might die, but that's going to be a very small inefficiency in your farm. Either way, this will take care of the Ravagers. You might occasionally still have one on the edges that's just trying to pathfind away. Isn't really much you can do about that. Just give them time and they'll eventually float towards the center. As for your hopper minecart getting killed by the Trident, we need to go around to the right side over here and remove a couple of these leaves. We're going to be lowering down this dropper by a block and lowering this stair by a block as well. So go ahead and break those 2 things. We need to lower down all 3 of these hoppers by a block and just keep them in the same kind of shape as well. And now we're going to break in through this wall, and we should see our hopper minecart in here, or you won't see it if it's been deleted. We're going to place in 1 rail right there directly underneath of this leaf in the corner. Place in yourself a hopper minecart on top of that leaf, and then we're just going to fill in this entire area with solid blocks and all of these places like so. There should be an observer right there that's going to power this block and power that piece of redstone, which will then be activating your dropper. We want 1 piece of leaf directly above that redstone, that way no raids spawn right there, and then just go ahead and fill in the rest of this area with leaves as per usual. And that is your raid farm back up and running. As you can see, this guy is going to get killed by that Trident. All the items will be collected by the hopper minecart and shot out down below, as you can see. And again, make sure that you collect your Trident from the Trident killer every time you leave the area, and that includes the lower Trident killer as well. It is a rather annoying bug, but if you want to see any of these 3 issues fixed, there's going to be bug report links down in the description of the video. You can upvote those or add any additional information to them that you may have. And otherwise, if you still have Raid Farm V5 in your Minecraft worlds, hopefully you are enjoying it, and hopefully this little update video gets it back up and functional for the 1.17 and possibly 1.18 updates, depending on how long these bugs stick around. Also, again, Raid Farm V6 is on the way, so stay tuned for that one. That one's going to be a lot smaller, a lot cheaper, and a lot easier to build. I don't think there's any reason to tear down your V5 if you have one, but if you're building a new Raid Farm, you'll definitely want to build V6 instead. Like, subscribe, share, do all the random things like that, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Thanks for watching, and then there was silence.